Well, hello, what is up, everyone? Of course, the sky. Let's talk anime, for it is I, MrAnime, aka MSA. Okay, as you can see from the title, today I'll be discussing how to rate anime, and in addition, I'll show you my anime list. So, to avoid the confusion, I'll say my mal. So, I just want to say that this video is gonna be long because I like to go in details when I talk about this stuff, and especially when I'll explain my anime list, my mal. So sit tight and grab your ramen bowls because this is gonna be okay. So to rank anime, you have 4, or let's just say 3 plus 1 points. You have to be qualified in all 3 plus 1, or you got to know all 3 plus 1 points. So since we have less time, let's make it short. Number 1 point is that it's seriously the most important part. You have got to watch a decent amount of anime. For example, I've watched like 10 anime, and I say I'm gonna make my top 10. People are doing this, and that is not at all the way. I mean, you've gotta watch a lot of anime. Even if you haven't watched a lot of anime, you've gotta know about different kinds of anime. Like, if you haven't watched a certain show, you must have info about it from the other people. But still, the shows that you have watched should be in varied genres. For example, if you're making a top 10 anime list and you don't add a single sports anime because you haven't watched it. No, that's not the way. You've got to watch different kinds of genre of anime. You have got to watch a lot of anime. That's just to the point. Okay, now number 2 is that you have to watch this one's really difficult. You have to watch both kinds of anime. You don't have to be in the mids. When I say both, I mean the best anime out there, like for example Attack on Titan, if you want to go in the big three, Naruto and stuff. But you gotta watch the bad anime. That's the difficult part. If you haven't watched one of the many worse animes, you won't know what good anime are really like. For example, when I really was in this weeb world, I was a young member in this weeb world. I was like, oh man, this anime isn't good. But in reality, that was good because I had watched like 6 or 7 shows, and all of them were like the famous, the awesome series. But when I started watching bad shows, like, I'm not gonna give examples right now, but when I started watching bad shows, after that I was like, oh, so this is what a bad anime is like. So you definitely have to watch bad and good anime to know that at which place does that particular anime stand. The third point is that you have to compare them correctly. For example, some people like having some standards like action, music, storyline, character development, and I don't know, something like that. But, or fantasy. But there are no standards when you are comparing anime. For example, like music, that is in every anime you can. But for example, like action or fight scenes, you're comparing Jujutsu Kaisen, and Jujutsu Kaisen is a fighting anime, and The Promised Neverland. Now, when you are comparing these two series, you'll be like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen's fight scenes. I'm like, did you see Gojo versus Jogo Volcano Head? But on the other side, you'll say, Promised Neverland. It doesn't include any awesome fight scenes. It's not of that genre. I mean, come on. What fight did it had? Like Dawn punching Norman and Ray. That wasn't a fight. So it's not a fight or action genre anime. For that, you'll have to add its own feature. What does it have? It has strategy, okay. It has fantasy, okay. It has horror, okay. So every anime has a specific standard from which you vote it. It's not like there's not a set standard which most people do, like there are 5 points, let's compare Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. No, that's not how it's done. Every anime has a different point. And the main thing that people miss, I mean they really miss this, that the anime that got you more excited, I mean like seriously, if you watched anime with more awesome fight scenes, a real good storyline, even the character development is better than that, the music is better than that, but the other anime you had more fun watching, you enjoyed it even more, it gave you more life lessons, I think that anime wins the race here. Because it's simple, the anime that gets you hyped up is the real good anime. It may not have that good fight scenes or fantasy or anything, but if it's getting you more excited, I think that wins. Now the fourth point. Oh, I said 3 plus 1 because this is something that has to be of your basic knowledge. It's not something that you include while you're rating anime. It's basically something that you have to know when you're rating anime. Oh, sorry, when you're ranking anime or whatever. Now, this is, I'll tell you an example. For example, I say that Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone, I rate Dr. Stone 7. What? Come on, it's not a bad anime, mate. But no, that's not the case. He'll be like, it's a good anime. Dr. Stone, I mean, come on, it's different than other shonen anime. But 7 means good. It doesn't mean bad. The literal meaning of the score 7 is good. So you have to have knowledge about these things. For example, I'll tell you, I think 1, I don't know about 1, since I've never rated an anime 1. Let's start from 4. 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is average, which we think 5, oh man, it barely passed, it's average. 6 is, 6 is fine, it's a fine anime, it's fine. 7 is good, it's a good anime. 8 is very good, 8's like superior than good, it's very good. Like for example, for me 8 is Jujutsu Kaisen and 7 is Demon Slayer. Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of Demon Slayer, it's seriously overrated. I mean, come on, the Japanese people like it, but I don't think it's that worth the hype and stuff. Like seriously, forget that. I don't want to raise a war here. Okay, so I'm saying like Demon Slayer 7. Okay, it's a good show. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's not that awesome. Demon Slayer 7, that's good. And Jujutsu Kaisen is very good. It's 8. Now what is 9? 9 is a really superior rating. And 9 is awesome, or let's just say magnificent. It's one of the superb anime. And then 10. Basically 10 is like the score you give to only 1, 2 or maybe none anime. That is masterpiece. Masterpiece does not even have a single fault in it. It's like from everywhere it's perfect. So that is the rating. And okay, so I'll be showing you my anime my anime list. I think in the next video, because has been long enough, and I think I'll make an extra video for that because there's a lot of things I want to tell you. Like I'm not giving you spoilers for that video. It's gonna be awesome. So till this video has come to an end, thanks for watching. As always, I'm your host, MrAnime, aka MSA, and I'll see you in the next video.